You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
We sell comics trademark. Hello.
Sorry. I was laughing too hard to click the button.
Guys, if it means anything, it really fits with the absurdity, to be very honest. And again,
I was laughing so hard I forgot to click the button.
yeah, it's part of the brand, as the kids like to call it. Okay,
Post on TikTok, it's fun.
In my 40s now, that is my favorite, like, I guess dad joke or like middle-aged man thing to say. That's what the kids are calling it. That's the one I like. There's a lot I do, like that's what the kids are calling it. Hey, Mr. Ebner, what is up? So we are doing our little opening here. So welcome. We are Fat Jack's Comicrypt. I am here with Jason. By the way, the last show we will have Jason on for what? 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. I'm gonna.
So, are we going to Baltimore?
I'm gonna miss you,
come
man.
back?
I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do without you.
It's next week is the 15th.
Next week is like the 10th or the 9th.
The 10th. And the week after that, yeah. So those 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, we do get next week we do have Zanin. So
Thanks,
Zanin.
Zanen's not in the chat.
Zanin, not only are you in the chat, brother. Fly, Eagles, fly!
Oh, that game.
Gary, what's up, buddy? Oh, man, we got a little crew here. We got Ebner, Zanin, Gary. Jason's still here.
I can't know where else to be.
Everyone knows we're Fat Jack's Comicrypt, and we sell comics. All right, so let's get the business out of the way real quick. So as a tease of what tonight's show is going to be, we got a few books up here where we'll talk about, relatively quickly because I really enjoyed last week with the kind of mystery box comic style and everything. So I figured I'm going to try a little bit of that, but this time I have an entire run of Giffen DeMatteis's Justice League America / Europe. I have some late 80s, early 90s Detective Comics, and this little box back here are all Marvel comics. I think it's like Fantastic Four, some Thor, some Grooves, and because it is October and it's the start of the Halloween season and everything, I figured we'll kind of dive into a little horror stuff. So I chose Ghost Rider, and there's nothing more horrific in America than the Punisher. That's right. I'm not going to go any further. The joke writes itself. Anyway, so we got a bunch of most of the Marvel stuff, and the Detective is going to be $2 a book, and the Justice League stuff is going to be $1. And again, like last week, we're going to try a little thing where when you claim one of those books, we're going to check out the back and find out you might have won something extra. And tonight, it's going to be all variants, okay? So, and I'm pretty sure I came up with a pretty good ratio and this new technique of trying to pick randomly what they'll be. So, I can't plan anything. I can't do anything like that. So I think I got it. I think it's like every 3.7 books is a mystery box book. And again, it'll be all variants, so we'll have some fun. So let's check in with the chat real quick. Oh, we got some nice updates. Go Eagles. All right, Phillies, you better win, you bastards. All right, okay. At least the Brewers are losing at the moment. All right, so we got that going for us. Roland, for whatever reason, because he can sometimes be a flake, he didn't get Volume 13 of the Latchkey Manifesto mix done for tonight's show, so I'm sorry. So hopefully next week we will release 2 playlists, Volume 13 and Volume 14. But again, we got to create Volume 14. So anyone who already knows this, you know the whole rigmarole. Again, if anyone is watching us for the first time, you don't know, give us a song suggestion. We put it on our mix. We create this mixtape. It's Roland Vale's version of like a magical ritual and all that kind of goofy fun stuff. Look, Kyle, super producer himself, who's hanging out with us as always. He's dropping in some of the links to Roland's Spotify. And to start it off, I'm going to go with a song that I guess is from a famous album and a recent famous album, but I really wasn't aware of it until I really love the indie band The Cults, especially the singer Amber Kaufman. And I guess she did a song with this guy who I had heard his name before, but I've never actually maybe heard any of his music, J. Cole. Are you familiar with J. Cole, Jason? Is that?
I've worked with Randy Cole.
Okay, well, for anyone who knows the hip-hop variants that Marvel did, the J. Cole album that this song comes from is the Nova one. It's a white album with a little thin black frame, and it's like Nova sort of like looking up, and there's kind of like a gold like crown or something like that. That is an homage to the J. Cole cover.
J. Cole's amazing.
And so the songs that I'm picking is She Knows, featuring Amber Kaufman from The Colts. And we also have Mel Torme's.
J. Cole did Workout, right?
I have no idea, dude.
J. Cole's actually.
Why don't you look it up?
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah. Okay. See, the funny thing is, like, we've been doing this for a while together, actually. And there are so many times.
Don't ask me, just do it.
You know, where, what else have we got here? So Gary gave us Mel Torme. Kyle's given us Justin Towns Earl. All right.
Yeah, he did work out. His best song was with Black Six.
With Black Six?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to listen to it.
I'll listen to it. Is it off of that album?
No, it's Black Six album.
Oh, okay. All right. So is it a different band, Black Six? Or is it like...
Black Six is rapper.
Okay. All right, there we go. We got to the answer. All right, Mr. Ebner, you're going Indigo Girls. Give me a song from the Indigo Girls.
Pretty Little Fear.
I really like that first Indigo's record when I was younger. Oh, Marshall coming in with a great one. Marshall, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by the shop today. I'm sorry I was in a foul mood for about 10 minutes while the Eagles were losing 14-0 in the blink of an eye. But Marshall coming in with a real good one, a little Depeche Mode, Master and Servant. All right. Thank you, everyone. This is coming out. We haven't even gotten to the comments yet. All right. Oh, and Gary is confirming. Gary, I was afraid if you did not confirm that J. Cole is great. I had just showed my bare red ass and embarrassed myself in front of everybody. I lost all my cred, you know. We got a friend hanging out, Amanda. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for spending time with us. So she's coming in with Justin Bieber, Ghost. All right. Probably our first kind of scary season-oriented song, Ghost. But maybe it's like a ghost of like an ex-girlfriend or something like that. And then... Okay, but Jason is giving us the Pretty Little Fears. Is a great song, but he's such a contrarian. It's not his song for the week because he's got an even better one he hasn't thought of yet. Hey, what's up, Mr. Bird? How you doing? All right. Mr. Bird is from Virginia. I was not aware of that before. If it came up in the chat before, I wasn't told. So hello from Philly to Virginia. Man, I'm not good at this pattern. Like, it just goes to show how antisocial I am. Even trying to interact and be friendly, I feel so insincere. Like my voice like kind of gets all high. I'm like, "Hi everybody, how you doing? Oh my God, thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, I'm so appreciative. Oh, that you're here with me, validating my existence as I try to sell you comic books. Oh man, geez guys, man, it's the best."
Disney's gonna sue you if you keep doing that. Stop.
No, yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. One thing, I haven't mentioned it, but we got Robot Marshall hanging out. How you doing, Robot Marshall? Our other co-hosts, Death and Chuck, are here with us. I always want to give them a little shout out, let them know that I appreciate them being here. One thing that we do have coming up once we kind of get through a few of these books, Robot Marshall was kind of getting in my ear the other day. He kind of felt that he didn't have as much expression of the kind of books that we were talking about and sharing and trying to sell. And he was like, "Hey, will you allow me to give you a suggestion and see if you can sell it?" And I said, "Sure, Robot Marshall, I'll try to sell anything." And he told me what his suggestion was, and I'm pretty sure he is setting me up not just to fail, but to embarrass myself, to pretty much make me question every choice I've ever made in my life. I mean, my sense of self will shatter because when I show you the book he wants me to sell, he laughed and laughed in that weird robot cackle that he does. But the funny thing is, in all fairness, yeah, I'm talking about you, Robot Marshall. I don't think he really set me up to fail as much as I really do think he loves this book. And he just wanted to share that love with everybody else. We'll see. What's up, Mr. Bishop? How you doing? All right. Mr. Burr, Mr. Bishop, if you want to give us a song suggestion, we're doing that right now. Mr. Ebner, okay. Indigo Girls, least. Oh, Mr. Ebner, I apologize. Sometimes reading the chat, I misinterpret it. I kind of thought he was saying like least complicated like song suggestion, Indigo Girls. I was like, well, that's a qualifying statement. I mean, Indigo Girls doesn't have to be referred to as least complicated. But I was the idiot who didn't understand that least complicated is the song title. Yes. Sorry about that. I'm going to probably do that a lot more as we go forth with all this stuff. All right. So we got least complicated by the Indigo Girls. All right. Thanks, Mr. Ebner. All right. And Jason, I have no idea what you just said. So I will get your song choice during the break.
I hate you so much.
All right, real fast. We're in Philly. We sell comics. And that's what we're going to try to do tonight. So if you're watching us for the very first time, this is how it works. Claim something in the chat. Please be as specific as possible. If there is any problem with the chat or you're having any technical issues, or maybe we are, you can always give us a call here at 215-963-0788. If you were in the Philadelphia area, obviously you can pick up anything you claimed here in our Center City shop. If you're over in Jersey, we will ship those or send those books over to our Jersey shop in Oakland, and you can pick them up there. If you are outside of the area and you need us to ship you books, if you've shopped with us before, I'm pretty sure we already have this information, but just in case we do not, or you're shopping with us for the first time, we're going to need to get your contact and shipping information. The best way to do that is to email us at fjccshow@gmail.com. Al takes care of that on Mondays and Tuesdays. So if anyone wants to harass Al, make fun of him, ask him questions about what he thinks about life and all that kind of stuff, that is how you can get him. But if it's anything like the way he texts, do not expect a reply. So, but yes, so that is, and again, shipping, I think it starts at like $9. And again, we do our best, no matter how much stuff you get and the sizes, we try to keep the shipping costs as low as possible. I guess I would say, Gary, we ship you, I know it's only Philly to Brooklyn, but seems like it's working out. So again, any shipping questions, that's an Al thing. He was able to escape this show and the lunacy of it and having to be around me for many, many hours. But the one thing he can't escape is his shipping responsibilities. All right? Cool. Just so we're clear. Okay. Is there anything else? If you want to check us out on social media at the FJC Paradox. I think we're good, right? I mean, we're on. Well, I'm on an Eagles win high.
That was a good game.
I'll give you. I mean, Marshall will vouch for this, but yeah, that like first half hour, I was getting salty.
Oh, no, it's bad.
I was getting salty. No, it was bad for me because thankfully everyone in the shop was an Eagles fan and they were upset with me. And as one guy said as he was walking out the door, he's like, "You speak for all of us." And I was like, "That's right."
It was embarrassing. The first half was embarrassing.
No, I mean, it was just the first quarter. Okay, the second. Jason, did you watch the game?
No, I
no,
did.
The second quarter is. No, it was the first quarter. A bunch of things went wrong. They were up 14. They were down 14-0, and then they scored 29 unanswered points. All right, I'm just saying the first like 15 minutes had my butthole a little tight. Okay, that's all I'm saying. All right, I was getting Zanin. Come on, I was like the rain. Now, hey, injuries are gonna. It's not a sports show. I'm sorry. It was just let's deal with comic books, okay? Because I really have a ton of comic books to try to sell tonight, and I really blow a lot of time in the beginning. All right, so let me not talk too much about the stuff we have here. Let me just let you know what it is, what its price, condition, all that fun, and you let me know if you're interested or not. First off, because we've had a couple of these books before on the show, so we don't have to get too into it. The final Todd McFarlane Amazing Spider-Man issue, the one where cosmic-powered Spider-Man beats up the Grey Hulk. Also, for anyone who cares, it's a newsstand.
CGC's recognizing them.
I know, right? Oh, my God. Yeah, and if there's one...
My petitions work.
Yeah, there's one company we should really, look for moral and ethical high ground. It's CGC.
It's really not. He's joking, guys. He's joking.
One night, I don't know, because maybe the experience, I got to be careful because, I don't know, experiences, I don't know what relationships behind the scenes people have, so I got to be a little careful about my criticism of certain industry, whatever. All right, but that is a beautiful high-grade copy at $30. It's become quite an iconic cover, blah, 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 blah. If you have any other questions, let me know. Same thing with a book that I cannot believe how expensive it is. And when I say expensive, I'm not talking just what it sells for online. Like in Overstreet, it's wild. This Eric Larson era, post-McFarlane, Eric Larson took over, drawing duties in between McFarlane and Mark Bagley. And he had a really good run. It was a fun run. And there were two issues, issue 330 and 331, where the Punisher shows up to shoot people while Spider-Man swings around. And these two books, like 330 and 331, in some places they're getting up to like $30. Like I guess it's because of it's 1991 nostalgia. It's Punisher and Spider-Man on the same cover. In fact, I've sold a few copies of this book. This is something like people are into. Also, in case you don't recognize. It is a newsstand. And this copy is a very fine plus at $20. And really, the only reason I didn't give it a higher grade is purely because, like we've talked about before in some of these books, the inside pages are a little off-white, which looks like exactly how they were when they were originally published. And then next up, another book that has become quite sought after and pretty popular and all that kind of stuff from, at least as in terms of nostalgia perspective. I've reread it a few times and it leaves some things to be desired, but I really love the Atlantis Attacks annual mini-series back in, what was that, 1989? Yeah, 1989. I just enjoyed it. It was fun, really hooked me. Okay, but so back to the actual book on hand, because I don't have any other Atlantis Attacks novel. This is technically the first time that Moon Knight and Punisher meet, fight, make out, and then go help beat up bad guys. But it is a beautiful cover by, I think, Ron Wagner. So this is just a book that has become quite popular and quite sought after. And right now, that is a high-grade copy at $15. And moving along with the little Punisher that we have here, because there's nothing scarier than a dude with a gun.
He's got M60.
Yeah, I know, right? Beautiful Mike Zeck cover. Also great Mike Zeck interior art as well. This is the final issue of the very first Punisher limited series, released back in, what was that, 1986? Obviously, number 1, that's the super, super big one. But issue number 5 here, I have as a very fine plus at $16. And in case everyone's mocking Jason, it is a direct edition. So let's not get too upset with him. All right.
You guys are jerks.
Hey, yeah, it happens, you know. Yo, what's up, Duke? How you doing, buddy? Are you saying hello to Duke? Are you being a smudge?
I'm being a dick.
Why, Jason?
Because
Can't we all just? I won't finish the joke, but can't we? Real quick,
No.
a favorite of Al and I. Every time I would throw this book up there, Al and I would like kind of talk wistfully about a really fun, just interesting Punisher story. This was the Punisher Warzone, which was the 3rd or 4th Punisher title at the time, because in the early 90s, man, people loved their Punisher. Anyway, that's a high-grade copy at $6. It's a gatefold cover, which is obviously very, infamous from the 90s. But some amazing John Romita Jr. artwork, fun story by Chuck Dixon. But this is still during that era, that late 80s, early 90s era, where I just adored John Romita Jr.'s artwork. Had a real gritty, thick vibe to it. It just everything felt heavy, you know. Do I have any more copies of Batman 127? You know what? Hey, Jason, would you do me a huge favor? Right over there, I believe it's where Batman's looking at us from the second shelf. Check to see if that's a Batman 127. Go lower. Yeah, go low. Second shelf to the bottom. All right, Zanin, we're going to check for Batman 1. Is that 127? Okay, the new series, right, Zanin? While we wait to hear from Zanin and from Jason, speaking of great John Romita Jr. artwork, this is a one-shot that I loved. I still do. This is the Ghost Rider Wolverine Punisher team up to take on Blackheart. I think Howard Mackey writes that story, but it is illustrated by John Romita Jr. and Klaus Janson, and it is awesome. Zanin, is this what we're referencing? The newest issue of Batman, issue number 127? Or are you actually really looking for Batman 127 from the 40s? Or something?
Any more of those? Can I get some?
Yo, Gary, that's a good one. Jason did go low for Zanin.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, real quick. This is a high-grade copy at $15. And rounding off our little Punisher free-for-all, this is what if the Punisher's family hadn't been killed and you find out he was always going to be a sociopathic murderer. It was just looking for an excuse. So this What If number 10 from volume 2 from the late 80s. This is a high grade at $5. And Jason, why are you making that face?
Did you gloss over my Ghost Rider Wolverine Punisher book?
Did I gloss over it?
Yeah, you just... It's Blackheart's in there. It's gatefold.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's
yeah,
pages.
Yeah, I know. But I've had that
gorgeous.
book.
I know.
Yeah, I've had the book on the show so many times.
My childhood book, I'm just saying.
No, I love that book. I still have my copy. I got rid of so much of that era, and I kept that. It's fun. But again, I believe most people watching right now either have it, know they want it, or just want to see what else I could come up to talk about. What kind of thing, in the hope of trying to sell a $15 book, what will I say that will shove my foot so far down my throat I could walk sitting down, you know? So, yeah, think about that one for a moment.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
All right, Zayn, we got your, whoa, what's happening here? Duke coming in. All right, so you're claiming the Punisher Wolverine, when you say Batman, is it Punisher Wolverine Ghost Rider? We're just being clear here, Duke. You're claiming this book, right? With 3 characters' names? I'm gonna put this off to the side here, you confirmed for me that we're talking about the same book. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, Zane, I did get your Batman. Well, Jason got it, but we're all good. We got it up. Okay, Duke coming. All right, so my first real writing it down. All right. We got to make sure. Oh, we got plenty of time. All right, we can really burn through these books. I just can't babble too much. All right, Duke, I got your Ghost Rider, Punisher, Wolverine. Boom. All right. Duke, I was pretty sure you meant Ghost Rider, but it was just funny that it was Batman. That's all. All right, real quick, let's. These next two rows are some pretty big Valiant books. Now, they're original Valiant books. Also, you have some weird variants, these gold ink variants that Valiant tried at one point. So let's just go through these real quick. Again, you don't need me to belabor the point. You either recognize the value of some of these original Valiants, or Valiant is still this weird joke that you kind of remember from the 90s in that kind of vague way. The thing that sucks is all the books are up here are actually from the era of Valiant that was pretty good. But here we go. This is Shadow Man #1, the first appearance and origin of Shadow Man. That is a very fine plus at $23. And then we have Shadow Man #8. This is the second. It's called the second cameo appearance of Master Dark. And the reason it's called a second appearance is because his first cameo appearance, you hear his voice on like a speakerphone or something like that. But this is the first time that you actually see Master Dark. In fact, technically, it's also his first cover appearance, but, whatever. Anyway, high-grade copy at $15. For anyone, Master Dark is one of, if not the biggest bad guy next to Toyo Harada from the Harbinger series. Master Dark and Toya are pretty much like the Doctor Doom and Magneto of the Valiant universe from this era. Next up, we have Solar, Man of the Atom, with another gorgeous Barry Windsor Smith cover. This is the first appearance of Solar in the Valiant universe, just so we're clear. He existed prior as Dr. Solar. And this is the first appearance of Mother God, who will be the big bad of Solar and lead to the big Valiant event series, Unity. I didn't mention the price. That is a very fine at $14. Next up is Solar #10. I know it is incredibly hard to see anything. It is a fully black embossed cover. Technically, it does have the Valiant symbol. It does say Solar. You can feel it like, it's raised. That's the term I'm looking for. But this is a high-grade copy of Solar #10 for $40. No, it is not worth $40 just because of that weird cover. It is actually the first appearance of the Valiant character, the Eternal Warrior, and the first appearance of the group called the Geomancers. If you are familiar with old Valiant comics, you will know that those two big first appearances are quite a big deal for the early Valiant universe in a lot of manners. Next up is Magnus Robot Fighter #1. That is a high-grade copy at $20. No, it is not the first appearance of Magnus because technically this version is pretty much the exact same version as the old Gold Key version of the character. So, I don't know, some weird legal rights or something. They can't consider it the first appearance. It's just one of the earliest Valiant comic books ever published. Next up is a Valiant original creation, Exo Manowar. This is issue #1. This is the first appearance of the Exo armor, as well as the first appearance of Eric of Dacia, who will wear the armor and become Exo Manowar. This is a high-grade copy at $30. Exo actually was a really cool concept. Pretty much, you have this like barbarian who and his tribe are kidnapped by a bunch of aliens to be slaves. They inevitably rise up and they kill the aliens. And in the process of doing that, they discover this weird kind of sentient armor that kind of liquefies all over Eric of Dacia, the big barbarian king, and he pretty much turns into like barbarian Iron Man. And it's pretty cool. It's a cool concept. I'd be curious if they try anything. I mean, there's been a lot of Exo comics lately for Valiant. Probably one of the few titles that has upheld its quality. But that's a conversation for another day. Next up, Exo Manowar #2. That is a high-grade copy at $10. Exo Manowar #3. That is a high-grade copy at $10. Now, again, a lot of these early Valiant comic books are, I don't want to call them rare, but they have low print runs because it was a young company starting out. It would be the later books when they bought into their own hype and overproduced, overprinted, and ran themselves out of business for a few years. And then these last two books, okay, so at one point, Valiant in the early 90s, before the variant craze really blew up. In fact, this is like an idea that someone would think of nowadays. They thought about putting out these variants which used gold ink on the covers. So we have two of them up here. In fact, I think I have more than two. I just didn't have the room for it at the time. Oh, yeah. Okay. So there are three that I have here. The first up is Hardcore #1. Now, again, the only reason these have value is because of this weird gold ink variant, and they were technically considered to be pretty, again, I hate to use the word rare, but low print runs. Anyway, this is a high-grade copy at $15. And then we have the Magnus Robot Fighter one. This is Magnus #21. That's a high grade at $20. Again, it's all this gold ink. That is what the value is. And this is the Turok #1. This is a high grade at $20. All right, there we go. If anyone has any questions about those, let me know. Next up, favorite of mine as a kid. I've brought this out before, so I won't belabor the point. The very first Excalibur Special Edition, The Drawing of the Sword, or no, The Sword is Drawn, excuse me. This is the first team appearance of the team that will be named Excalibur. Fun Chris Claremont, and beautiful Alan Davis art. This is a high-grade copy at $8. Speaking of first appearances, speaking of first issues, speaking of something to get very excited about, I am talking about the very first issue of America's #1 80s family. I am, of course, talking about the Bundys. And here we are, Married with Children, #1, high grade, $10. Now appearing for the first time, the Bundys. There you go. And yes, Duke, they made a really good Turok video game, I believe, for the N64. It was like a first-person shooter, I think. It was like on par with like GoldenEye. It was one of those games that everyone loved, and I never played it.
Well,
oh, Jason, contrary.
That book came after the game. The game was based on Son of Stone by Dell.
Actually, that's not true at all. The game came out way after the Turok comic book. In fact, Valiant was about to go liquid in, I think, 95, when the Turok game came out and buoyed them, which also led to Acclaim, a video game company, to purchase Valiant for a brief period of time. And it was all because of the success of the Turok. And just so we're clear, even though it is Turok Dinosaur Hunter, Son of Stone is just a throwback to its original, but it's based off of this version of the character.
What?
Yeah, surprise, surprise. You know, because the old Gold Key Turok didn't have like technology arrows and like explosive things. It was like a genuine Native American trapped in dinosaur land.
So racist.
Oh yeah. Well, it was tone deaf. It was very, very tone deaf. Okay, next up, after Married with Children, #1, we have a very fun 4-issue miniseries from, I believe, 1990? 91. The Deadly Foes of Spider-Man. Now, the fun thing about this little group, it almost feels like the Sinister Six's little brother. They're never called the Sinister Six, but there's 6 guys, and it constitutes... Yeah, it is 6 guys. Hold on. I just got to make sure I got this right. Yeah. Okay. So this team that makes up the Deadly Foes of Spider-Man consists of the Rhino, Shocker, Beetle, not too bad, and then we get Hydro Man, Boomerang, and the Wizard. Actually, I can't remember. Does anyone remember what this guy's actual name was? Like, was it like Wizard? I know that was an old Golden Age Marvel character. Is it Speed Demon? Maybe it's Speed Demon. That sounds like a very 91 thing to do. Even if his name was Wizard, they're like, uh-oh, we gotta change the name. Make it Speed Demon. That'd be cool. Nice. Anyway, this is a 4-issue mini-series. Each one is a high grade at $4. That's issue 1. Issue 2. Issue 3. And issue 4. All right, there we go. If anyone is interested, I'm willing to sell this 4-issue set for $12, which is pretty much the equivalent of buy 3, get the last one for free. So it's sort of like the set of tires for comic book sale shows. All right, there we go. Next up is probably, I hate to lump her into the bad girl phenomenon of the 90s. She existed from back in the 80s, but a great character that is still kind of confusing to try to explain to somebody who's never heard of her before, but just some beautiful artwork by the self-taught artist Joseph Michael Linsner. He created a series called Cry for Dawn, and Angry Christ Comics, and Kryptodon, and all that good fun stuff. And probably his greatest original creation and the character that has become most associated with him. And obviously for anyone who's been around reading comics since at least the 80s, even if you don't know who she is, you've never read one of her comics, I imagine you will always recognize her. I am talking about Dawn. Now, all of these are not first appearance of Dawn, but they're all low print run, early Dawn series. This is one shot. Joseph Michael Linsner at the time. Oh, Mr. Ebner, real quick before I move on, I got to make sure I keep up. So Mr. Ebner is coming in, grabbing the Deadly Foes of Spider-Man. All right. And he's going to get that for 4 for the price of 3. All right, Mr. Ebner. There you go. Deadly Foes. Make sure issue 4 is free. Make sure I write that note down. I'll probably remember, but you never know. All right. Thank you, Mr. Ebner. Appreciate it. You're going to enjoy that book, or if you've read it before in the past, you'll enjoy a little nostalgia buzz. All right. So real quick, Dawn. Now the first 2 books, drama, one shot, and the Cry of Dawn #2. These are kind of anthology books where Dawn kind of pops up now and again. And then the third book we have is the very first issue of the very first Dawn mini-series, where she's actually the main character, and you start to begin the process of learning more about this enigmatic figure. But again, these are beautiful copies. They're not rare, but you know, this is definitely the holdover to that beautiful heyday of the black and white comics boom of the 80s. So drama #1, high grade at $10. Cry of Dawn 2. Well, it's technically not issue 2, it's volume 2, so it's really just a one shot. You don't have to have read issue 1, and there was no issue 3. This is a high grade at $8. And probably the most iconic outfit she's ever worn. In fact, I wonder if anyone remembers the old Todd McFarlane toy from the late 90s of Dawn. That was a beautiful one. So this is the first issue of the very first Dawn miniseries. High grade, $8. All right. Now I have to really quickly catch up with the novel that Jason over here wrote.
No, I didn't write anything. It was Gary.
Oh, it was Gary. Oh, all right. Dawn characters featured on every comic book. Yeah, comic book legal events. No, absolutely, man. I love Dawn. All right, so Valiant sold the idea to Acclaim when they were struggling to make a game. Okay. And just in case you didn't know, Jason dropped some knowledge on us. Video games industry in the 90s was
a mess. It was a lot of stolen ideas, a lot of broken promises, a lot of production hell.
Oh, what? And they've changed?
No, not at
In
all.
fact, it's gotten
Not
worse.
at all.
Man, dude, everybody who works in the video game industry that isn't one of the companies that owns everything, fight for your right to unionize. Fight for your right to unionize.
Do not get bought over by a company like Acclaim, EA, or anything like that.
Well, guess what? If you were a union, no matter what company bought you over, you have the right to go to the bargaining table.
See,
you have the right to fight for your laborers and your workers.
A lot of companies go to European market and Russian market at the time. Okay. And bought those people.
That's fine.
And they're like, yay, we got bought by Acclaim. And
I know.
not do that.
I know. Again, even if you can't profit as much as you want to, the moral and ethical choice in the long run is always the better choice.
That's why CD Projekt,
all right.
I know the game. I love it, but it was bad, but it was good. So
okay.
Go on.
Okay. All right. No, I don't mean to cut you off.
I'm not going
I don't want to get too riled up. We haven't even gotten to the fun mystery box books where I get really excited. Because I can't sell anything when it's just these. But hey, man, $1 books, $2 books. I think I got it. Oh, and by the way, just so we're clear, as a tease, all the books we're doing are Marvel and DC $2 and $1 books. Next week, when we have Zanin come into the show,
not in the chat.
Not in the chat. He will be here at the show, pretty much to help me get through my abandonment issues when you leave me. I have major abandonment issues. It's pretty pathetic. So when Zanin's here, we're going to have more of the mystery box kind of stuff, but with like cards and pins and goofy stuff I can find. But more importantly, we're going to start doing more like Halloween-y books. So like the Dr. Ghost secret spooky ghost tales. Or we're going to do more of unionize. It's true. Come on. I don't understand why we fight against. I'm not gonna go there.
Well,
every argument I've ever heard is just against the idea. It's just like, I don't get it.
Well,
unless you own a multi-billion-dollar company.
Well,
all right. So we're gonna do more of those like fun. Dell and Gold Key and Charlton and Atlas, and we're gonna have some goofy fun. I'm gonna see if Zanin recognizes everything. We'll see if I can pull out some random issue of like unexpected tales of Ookie Spooky Kingdom, and Zanin will be like, oh yeah, and that's the issue where Jim Steranko's babysitter did the inking on a secret Kirby. Love you, Zanin.
Signed it.
In fact, every time I hope there's going to be... Zanin blows my mind sometimes with some of the anecdotes he brings up where I'm like, I never knew that. And I've grown to realize I have a decent understanding of a lot of this art form. But anyway, doesn't matter. Moving on. Next up, sort of ooky spooky. We got a couple issues of... a few issues of Doctor Strange. I'm not going to bury the lead. I'm pretty sure they're all newsstand. So let's have fun. But again, like at one point I was going to put these 4 issues into the $2 sale until I realized I was like, they broke my parameter. Like their value broke my I can't sell these books for $2 or $1 unless it fits in a certain price, value parameter. This one broke it slightly, but still. They're beautiful. They're all high grade. They're gorgeous. I can't just give them away. Maybe if they're still in the bins 10, 15 years from now, when my kidneys are giving out and my liver has jumped out my throat. So these are a couple issues of Doctor Strange. Yes, they are all newsstand, and they are all high grade, and they're all $7. This was part of the Vampiric Versus. Oh, by the way, this is the Doctor Strange Volume 3 from the late 80s. Yeah, that's right. This is issue number 16 with Baron Blood. Issue number 18. Issue number 20. And Ghost Rider shows up. Can't be Oogie Spooky Halloween season without, Flaming Skull flying through the night air. Number 28. Now, I do not have, this is a 2-part crossover with Ghost Rider. Regrettably, I do not have that issue because I'm pretty sure I've sold it like a bunch of times. So there we go. 4 issues of Doctor Strange from the late 80s. Newsstand editions, high grade, $7. What is up, Mr. What do we got? Mr. Ship is in the house. Nick. Oh, Nick. We got Nick. Nick coming in, thumbing up or doing thumbs. Oh, everybody knows each other. Awesome.
Thumb guns.
Yeah. All right. No claims though, right? All right. No claims. Okay. Are we coming up on the first break? Oh no. Oh yeah. We are at the first break. Okay. So real quick before we do the break, because after the break we're going to get into the $2 books. We got 2 issues of Detective Comics. Issue number 600. That is a very fine at $9. And then we have a copy of Detective Comics $5.98. A very fine minus $7. And with that said, we are about to go to break. And when we come back, we're going to do $2 Detective Comics. So we'll see you in a few minutes or a moment.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Get the inside scoop on everything happening at The Experience every week. Join our mailing list by scanning the QR code at the bottom of the screen and then watching your email inbox.
Hi, I'm Hedwig Kao, author of She Bites. You're watching The Experience.
Welcome back, Fat Jack's Comicrypt. We are here. Mr. Kieran, I got you Shadow Man number 1. You heard me, right? Thank you. Okay, no problem. Just making sure. Duke, let's see. Yes, so we have up here Amazing Spider-Man 328. That's the last McFarlane issue where cosmic-powered Spider-Man fights the Hulk. It's a high grade at $30. And then we have issue 330. That's part of the Eric Larson illustrated run. That is I believe it's a high grade at $20, right? No, Very Fine Plus. That's right. It's a very fine plus, primarily because the pages are off-white. And just like Mr. Kiernan said, yes, they are both newsstand. So take that for what it is. All right, now, next up, right now we're going to burn through some Detective Comics and see how quickly I can do this. I'm still trying to work my kind of psych myself up to try to sell Robot Marshall's Pick of the Week, the book that he desperately hopes everyone will love the way that in the manner that he does. But before we do any of that, Mr. Burrows, welcome back, buddy. It's good to see you. And I will. All right. First, Duke. Let me acknowledge two things. First up, Duke. Boom, brother. They're yours. You got them. Amazing Spider-Man 328 and 330 are claimed for Duke. There we go. And then Mr. Burrows. So the two Moon Knights are as followed. Sticking with my forgotten Punisher Halloween theme, sometimes I forget why I pull certain individual books, and I went, oh yeah, because the Punisher was on it, and I was going to do a whole thing, and then I thought better of it, and then I got mad at myself for thinking better of it, and then
we're here.
Yeah, and I'm constantly at war with myself. So like the inside of my brain, Moon Knight, Punisher, and Spider-Man do a lot of crazy things and don't agree on anything. But trust me, there's a lot of anger and a lot of guilt. Mark Spector, Moon Knight, number 20. This is a high-grade copy at $7. And in case anyone wants to bust Jason's balls, yes, it is a newsstand.
Are they?
Yeah. During an era where newsstand, I think, was down to 10%.
It's very low.
10 or 8%.
Early 90s?
Yeah. Because, the big jump where it went from 90% to 15%, I think it was in 87, 86. And then by, 91, it was at, 10 or 8%. And then by the late 90s, it was 3%, and now it's 1%.
7-Eleven's why would we buy these books?
Yeah.
Buys it from us.
And next up, don't worry, it's not a newsstand, is Mark Spector number 37, a high-grade copy at $6. And, the Punisher guest stars in this issue. But it's also Brother versus Brother. That's a big Blood Brothers, part 3 of 4. Yeah, brother. We're all blood brothers here, brother.
Really?
Oh, and Mr. Burrows is grabbing the two Moon Knights. Nice. I hope Jason's crying no lack of newsstand tears.
I do want the Shadow Knight.
I didn't get my newsstand. I think Kyle's got an idea. I gotta draw a picture of you, because I'm not gonna be able to get a cardboard cutout. But I think I can draw at least a picture of you, and I'll hang it right here. And so anytime I get kind of I'm losing track or something, Zane and I can turn to the Jason and just start to yell at him.
He could just send me a picture and I could pop it up on screen.
Oh, God damn it.
Kyle, I think I might have that picture. I'll get back to you, man. I will get back to you. All right, let me take care of it. All right, so Mr. Burrows here. Yeah, every now and again.
Awkward science.
Well, yeah, when I start to feel like I'm losing it or something, I'll turn to Kyle and I'll be like, "Give me the banana."
Or when I feel it needs to be derailed, do something wrong.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you know what? Tell me about Punisher in Brazil's election that's going on right now.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks for bringing everybody down, Jason.
Kind of sounds like
everybody was laughing. So what's LMAO? Laughing my ass. Yeah, everyone was LMAOing, and you had to go bring it down.
So Brazil's having an election right now.
Jason,
good luck.
When did our roles change?
Good luck, Brazil. Please don't become a third
Gary,
country.
Jason, you missed a good burn. I'm calling the burn unit right now.
Oh.
911? Wolverine just lit Jason. He's literally just burning in the street right now. I'm looking at him. Yes, he is in front of a newsstand. No, don't worry. The newsstand won't burn down. I'll protect that. Yeah, thank you. They'll be here in about 2 hours.
Lucy's are 7-Eleven, man. Come on. They don't burn down. They just become worse.
All right. So here's what we're doing, people. All right. So for anyone who missed this last week, so what I have here, now all of these Detective Comics, we got a couple annuals that constitute an entire storyline called Fables. And that is a Detective Annual, a Green Arrow Annual, a Question Annual. And then we have from like late 80s to like Nightfall era Detective Comics. Now, all of these are valued in that very finish range to high grade, but their values are all somewhere between $4 and I think $6. But they're all beautiful. Really, the only hit that I took to a lot of the grades was just the pages are off white. But the covers, all that kind of stuff, real sweet. But so they're all $2. Okay, there we go, $2. Just for tonight. Yeah, see, he's got it. Better Off Dead, one of the greatest movies of all time, one of the greatest. But the wrinkle, the caveat, is sort of our mystery box, the thing that I'm still working out. I don't have it all fully fleshed out yet. I'm trying to think of a way to really get more interaction, make it more like a chancy game or something like that. But for right now, I'm going to stick with I'm going to roll these books out. You can claim them or not. There's no pressure. I mean, I hope if you purchase one of these books, you're purchasing it because you want it, and $2 is a great deal that you can't pass up. But there will be, at times, I think I found it to be a ratio of about every 3.7, 3.8 books.
Except if you're mid.
There is going to be a little symbol at the bottom right-hand corner of the back of the plastic bag. And it is the symbol that represents pretty much all of my Saturday nights. Oh, man. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Bird, thanks for hanging out with us, man. If anything else, we sell comics, trademark, sort of a joke. Yeah. We really appreciate just, hanging out with us, man. And some days we can get more into like the fun history and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just trying to burn through some books, trying to help Mike out. So, we'll see what's going on. All right, so moving forward, so if we see that symbol, and you'll recognize the symbol the moment I show it. And all right, hold on. Sorry, Jason, Mr. Burr, appreciate the support. Can't say that enough. And Jason Kiernan, Mr. Kiernan, did you say that correctly? Does Mr. Kiernan want Solar number 10? All right. I got to be honest with you. This is a really unique book, and it's very hard to find copies high grade because of its all black cover that smudges and gets scratched all the time. It's insane. All right. Oh, Mr. Burroughs. All right. Oh, man, I forget sometimes that people want to buy books. Mr. Burroughs, this is the very first Married with Children comic book, issue number 1. I think it's the first appearance, but Overstreet doesn't refer to it as the first appearance of the Bundys. It's one of those weird things. Like, maybe they popped up in some random weird comic or the industry considers like an old Ralph Snart issue, and there's a preview, and then that's their first. Not that it matters. But still, just in regards to fun late 80s comic books, this is the very first Married with Children of the first limited series of 7 issues. It is a high-grade copy at $10. What? I literally can't. I have no idea. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so Mr. Burroughs, $10. Yeah, $10. All right. So, and back to these Detective Comics. Oh, Mr. Burroughs is taking. Nope, hold up. Sorry, guys. You are always the priority. The comics and the audience is the priority. And I got to make sure everyone gets their books. All right, so there, it's going to Mr. Burroughs. Married with children. Married with children. All right. No, thank you. Thank you. All right, 5:30. So we're good for. All right, we got 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get through all these detectives. Probably not. Okay, so if you claim one of these Detective Comics and we turned it around and there's a little symbol at the back of it, you are going to get one of these variants that I have here. It looks like they're all 1 in 25 variants. So they're all like valued around $15. And I tried to make them all pretty Batman related. Now, again, I'm just going to go in order, but I want you to know they were chosen in a random dice throwing game that I created for myself to try to create more randomness in which book has the secret variant hiding. So let's burn through these. Like I said, they're all $2 and they're all around that very fine plus range. So let's just move forward. These 3 annuals here, Detective Comics Annual, Green Arrow Annual, and The Question Annual are a 3-part story called Fables. And I'm sorry, I don't know what the story is. Next up, we have Detective Comics Annual 2, Batman vs. You get the picture. Detective Comics number 3. Detective Comics 586, second appearance of the Ratcatcher. Detective Comics 599, Bruce has a bad trip. Detective 601. Now we're getting into some fun Norm Brayfogle art, and everyone's heard my great love of Brayfogle. Oh, Gary, you got it, man. You got that annual. So let me first get through the rest of these, and then we can get to the claims. Oh, yeah, that was issue 602. This is issue 603. Issue 604. Issue 605. 606. And last of this group, 607. All right, so, all right, let's catch up with the claims. All right, so all right, so Gary, you're grabbing the 3 fables. Mr. Burroughs, sorry, Gary got you. And Gary's claiming the KKK Batman. Oh, okay, Mr. Burroughs, you're taking Gary up. Okay, so Gary's getting the KKK Batman, and then Mr. Burroughs, you're getting the 3 fables. If you change your mind or anything, let me know. So what we have to do is find out, are any of the 3 books Mr. Burroughs grabbed, are they going to have the symbol? You won't even know what the symbol is. So here we go. First one. Sorry, man. Next up. Not yet. This is rough. This feels like it. This feels like it. Oh, sorry. But don't worry. You are getting, for literally the cost of one of them, a fun little series there. All right. So next up. All right. Oh, okay, Jason. Don't worry. I will get to you. But we have to first find a claim. Detective Comics Annual number 2. Now, if I remember correctly last week, like we didn't really write down the stats or anything, but I got the impression that Gary was crushing it, in terms of the amount of swings he took in regards to, because a couple of people, they got a good, a straight flush right out of the gate. But will this week be Gary's week? Is he going to come out and swing at the first pitch and hit a home run? That's right. Gary is falling down the downward spiral of existential ennui. But don't worry, buddy, because at the end of this dark hole is a free variant. Now, these are all, I don't know. Okay, so this is also the next part of the fun little mystery. I don't actually know what book you're going to get. So here we go. And we're going to pull this one out. And it is, ooh, that's a pretty recent one. This is Robin and Batman #1 by Jeff Lemire. That is the 1 in 25. Oh my God, this artist's name, Raphael Albuquerque. I'm sorry, he's a great artist. Anyway, there you go, Gary. You want a pretty sweet variant, my friend. All right. Sorry, Mr. Burroughs, but don't worry. This is kind of how it's played, right? Oh wait, I gotta grab. So let me just make sure. So Gary gets his. Boom. Whoops. And Jason, you wanted, what was that? Was it $5.99 and $6.04? All right, so $5.99. There we go. And $6.04. All right, there we go. And then Mr. Burroughs, you're taking the last three. So that is $6.05, $6.06, and $6.07. If that is true, let me know. But before we get to yours, let's get to the big loser of last week. Where'd you go? 1 out of 6?
No, I had nothing.
You got one.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you got one.
Oh.
Yeah. Can't remember what it was because I literally just like threw it at you. Why?
Yeah, I don't remember what that was.
It doesn't matter.
Pretty bad.
It's not bad.
No, it was bad for me.
Yeah, bad for you. All right, so Jason was 1 out of 6 last week. All right. So let's say if Jason has a better batting average tonight. First up is $5.99. Where's the little spiral? Poor Jason. Well, Jason, here's your second one. I think it feels like a womp womp, doesn't it? Oh, no, there it is. Jason got one. Look at him coming in strong. All right, so now, woo! All right, gonna do a little shuffle here. Here we go. Let's find out what is in the mystery comic for Jason. All right, there we go. From New 52, Detective Comics, issue number 23, the colorless, the black and white variant.
Are you gonna color it?
Sure. Do you want me to ruin it? Because, like, it's really not the kind of paper that's gonna. I mean, maybe I could use paint. Like, anyway, there you go, Jason. All right, and let me just check in, Mr. Burroughs. Did you want those last 3? Oh, yes, that is true. All right, so let's grab these, and then let's find out if Mr. Burroughs is going to get his first win of the week. All right. These are 3 books, and I really am very grateful for your patronage, so I'm not going to drag this out. Sorry, man. They were all 3. 6 whiffs. Dude, Mr. Burroughs, I don't want you to be the Jason of this week.
No,
All right.
next week.
It's okay. It doesn't matter because
next week be your time.
Yeah. But he's getting 6 awesome books. So whatever, it works. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, there we go. Boom. Jason, where's your whole thing? Here's the Jason thing. Oh, here. I don't even know where you are, dude. There we go. All right. So it looks like we're all caught up. We are still we're a little bit away, so let's burn through a few more. Here we go. All right, some more detectives and more giveaways. Yay! All right. Next up, we have 609, 610, 611. Ooh, 612. Catman. That was a really fun issue. 613. Batman fights trash. 614. Batman fights a bunch of bikers. 615. 616. You weren't pretty vocal. I miss you, bud. 617. 618. 613? Yeah, no. 619. We got a huge jump. That's going to happen a lot with these books. Again, they're only $2. 620. All right, I'll get to the claims once I'm done rolling these out, so don't worry. 621. 622. Dick Sprang is in the house. 623. 624. 625. And the last one of this bunch, 626. All right, now let me get to the claims. All right. So, Mr. Burroughs, you're coming in. You're getting 609, 612, and 620. All right. Just make sure we're all good there. All right. So here we go. Let us find out. Will Mr. Burroughs finally get on the board? We got 609. Boom. 612. Oh, great choice. And 620. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. So, first up, Detective Comics. 609. Sorry, bud. Still, good issue. Good issue. We have 620.
I love that cover.
Oh, God. It's frustrating. I feel frustrated for you. If it wasn't for this book right here, this beautiful Catwoman issue, that will finally get you on the board. Yeah, that is right. Now we're going to find out what secret spooky variant, spooky just because Batman's spooky, is Mr. Burroughs getting himself. All right? It's going to be this one. There. What's that?
Very good shuffle.
Well, thank you very much. All right. It is Batman the Dark Knight, number 26, an black and white variant, 1 in 25 variant by Aaron Kuder. No, this is Chris Burnham. Nope, I'm wrong. It is Chris Burnham. I got it wrong for a second there. Anyway, there you go, Mr. Burroughs. That is your mystery box variant. There we go. Hey. Boom, boom. Oh, Mr. Kiernan is coming in with a 625. Is this going to be a good one for little Jason? Little Jason, is it now?
Nope.
Now, let's not tease anybody. Jason's going to start coming up, Jason.
What would it be any other way?
Good fun. All right, what time is it? All right, Kyle, do you want to take a break now? And when we come back, we'll finish up with the Detective Comics. And then we'll do. We're gonna be. Let's start with the Marvels. All right, maybe we'll push. If we don't have enough time, maybe Justice League can be pushed off to next week or something like that. Maybe we'll do the Marvels. So yeah, let's go to a break, and when we come back, finish up Detective, and then we're doing some $2 Marvels.
This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, ho there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome, everybody, to Fat Jack's Comicrypt. Brendan, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Henry, folks. I am your host, Henry Kumpa. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Game Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in the minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey everybody, welcome to Space Cadet.
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome everyone for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody, welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectibles.
Hey, hello, all you happy people. Welcome to the Dan Wickline Show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box? What's in the Box?
comic culture and sales.
Hey, it's producer Kyle. If you like going places where the action never stops, like Las Vegas, the Caribbean, and Atlantic City, then you're probably not who I want to talk to. But if you want to surround yourself with amazing comic books and comic book content made by a devoted group of smart and funny industry insiders, the Experience Members Club was made for you. You can join the experience by becoming a supporting member of our YouTube channel. You get access to exclusive content that no one else gets, like members-only live streams, pre-sales, one-on-one Q&As with production staff, and other content that's exclusively for members. Plus, for a limited time, if you sign up now, you'll be entered into our giveaway of a slabbed comic book. Just call this 1-8... Wait, hold on. It's 2022. No one makes phone calls anymore. Scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen, or just visit the membership section of our YouTube page, and you'll be on the VIP line of the comic book buffet, baby. Look at the size of those perks. Join today, and I'll be saying, "Who loves you, baby?" Me. The answer is me.
Manipulated so easily.
As long as she makes the trains run on time.
All right, we're done. Because we're back to Jason and I get really heavy during break. Really heavy. Like, to the point where
it worse.
I'm pretty sure, like, the 6 or 7 people who watch would just quickly... All right, so let's finish off the detectives real quick.
All right. People finding each other.
All right, so here we go. So same thing, $2 detectives, and then we find out, you claim it, if there might be a mystery variant in there. All right, so next up, we have issue 627. 628. 629. No, the trains do not run on time.
Oh, thank God.
6:30.
That's the only thing that Mussolini did for Italy.
6:31. Again, for a small group of people, fascism is awesome.
That's all he did for Italy.
It's the other 95% of people who are screwed. So anyway. Detective, yay! 632. Kent Nelson covers. I love these era covers. 633. 634. That is dark. That's a Batman Halloween cover.
Hitler also did the trains all the time. Hey, oh, that's racist.
635. Yay! Comics! Woo! Life isn't scary and dark. Man, thankfully Batman goes deep into the underworld for us and brings us back fire and knowledge and safety and education. 636. 637. 638. My boy Bill coming in on the cover. But don't worry, Brayfogel's back. 639. 640. 641. And 2 more. Little Scarface. 642. And 644. Electric Boogaloo. So it's a sequel to something.
Was that the last one in the time during the Batman TV show?
Excuse me?
Batman TV show.
Yeah.
The last one? 642?
Scarface? When you say Batman TV show, are you talking about the 60s show or the animated series?
The animated, Batman animated.
Okay.
That was a great show. That's all I gotta say. Sure you gonna miss me?
Everybody,
Sure you gonna miss me?
if you're not sitting down, you better sit down now. We've got some breaking news. I mean, it is going to shatter your reality. We have found out
They'll be dead.
officially,
They'll be dead.
30 years later, Batman the Animated Series
Cereal box, man.
is officially good. So say Banana Ebert over here. Love you, Jason. I'm gonna really miss you, brother. I'm gonna really miss you. Alright, so if there's any claims to the detectives we just did, let me know. If not, we're moving on to our last pile here. And now what's that?
How late do Septa trains run?
I don't remember anymore. 12:30?
I thought
They used to be like, it was something where, I was messing around with this girl in West Philly for a while, and I never wanted to stay at her place because I didn't like staying over. But I always had to try to be out before, like, I think 12 or 12:30 because I hated taking the trolley, because I can't tell you the amount of times I stood on West Philly corners waiting for a trolley that took 2.5 hours to show up.
West Philly trolley don't.
So let me just tell you how often I walked home from like 52nd in Baltimore or something to like 10th and Washington Avenue. I mean, it was.
Oh my God, dude, seriously?
Oh my God, yeah. There was one time I walked home, and the next day I woke up and I couldn't walk because my leg muscles were so sore.
That's like a 3-4 mile hike.
Yeah.
No, it's probably more than 4.
In the middle of the night. It doesn't matter. I made it. I'm glad we had a wonderful time before I walked home. Kind of made up for it.
Gary, screw you two, right? I hate you guys.
This is why I keep doing this. This moment. Genuine, sincere
Why do I
laughter.
come here for the ball busting?
Hey, you give it back. I mean, all those people watching from Brazil, they've heard your shots. They hear Jason crossing that Rubicon. Detective 657. Now we're into some Sam Keith covers. 658. Kelly Jones is starting to show up. And now we are getting into some Nightfall. 659. 660. It's a fun little Sam Keith. 661. 662. Who did that cover? Oh, that's Sam Keith too. Oh, Sam Keith's the man. Love that dude. 663. It's Rats. Oh, Gary, the Night Owl. You treacherous traitors, you bastards. The West Philly Night Owl. Septa, you can rot in hell. Rot in hell, Septa.
Take a lift, man.
664. This was back in, I think, 2012. Lyft didn't exist yet.
Yeah, well, okay. It's a different thing. I didn't see that.
665. 666. All right, we're getting close. 667. I guess I should get more. Maybe I should be faster. 668. Before I lose everybody. 669. At this point, Jean-Paul Jatier, the Azrael guy, he's now Batman. He's got Batman armor. Because if there's one thing the 90s loved, it was giving everybody armor. 670. Man, Mr. Freeze really let himself go. I don't know what he's doing there. Ookie Spooky. 671. Batman fights Boris Karloff. Fights the guy who played the Mummy in Monster Squad. Cool. 672. All right. Real quick. All right. This is fake Batman and Robin trying to recreate the cover to Batman Dark Knight Returns. It's not going well.
What was the overarching thing of Night?
673? Of
Nightfall.
Nightfall. Okay, the overarching story of that was Bane releasing all the Arkhams to test Batman and then weaken Batman to the point where he can break the Batman. And then he breaks the Batman.
Night Quest.
Then you get Night Quest. And that is the second part of the Night trilogy. And Night Quest is all about Azrael being body armor fake Batman who hurts people and murders people and is a terrible Batman. And then Night's End is Bruce getting his back together and traveling through the world again to rediscover himself so he can come back to Gotham and retake the Batman mantle. And see. So there you go. All right. And Gary, you were correct. More like inepta. It was going. I liked it. It was better read than
oh, God,
I didn't have the right delivery for it. Again, and that's why we can bust your balls, because
translation is better than what was said. I got you.
674. We got 3 more left. All right, 675 with a glossy embossed cover. Can't be without that. Now we're in the Night's End. 676 and 677. Party's over, folks. And that is all of our Detective Comics for $2. All right. And it looks like no one cares. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Lamazov. How you doing, buddy? What is up? Always good to see you. So I guess we got 5:56. Oh, so we got a full half hour. It is time. No. Whoa. I spoke too soon. Mr. Ebner, you're coming in like a shark on the streets of Florida. 675.
No, that's
all right.
Don't do that.
What?
Florida's very jacked up right now. That's not funny.
Dude, there's evidence that that's not a real video.
It's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, so really I was making fun of the video, not the tragedy happening down in Florida. That is not what I'm making fun of, okay?
Say sharks on the streets of Florida again.
No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's trying to get you trapped. Don't do it.
Streets on the shark.
Street sharks of Florida.
Oh, Street Sharks.
Street Sharks. Yes, Street Sharks of Florida. It's the next cartoon.
No, the great 90s. No, Street Sharks was the cartoon in the 90s.
Yeah, well, this is the spinoff, like Real Housewives and 90 Day Fiance.
No.
So Street Sharks of Florida.
They all eat each other. That's right.
They all eat each other. They all smoke bath salts.
Yes, it's all the meth.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah. It is the old Street Sharks, but it's their animated dead bodies.
They're like, we're a team, but we're going to eat each other.
I think it's time to drop our Friday the 13th meets Bioshock meets Aliens.
Hey, look in the chat.
Comic idea. Yeah. All right, real quick. So, Marshall always reminding me how inappropriate I am. Thank you, Marshall. Yes, Robot Marshall, I hear you over there. We will get to your pick of the week in a moment, okay? There are claims going on right now. I have to, again, I can't falter on our mission statement. I say it too much. All right, so Mr. Ebner, you got Batman 675, but more importantly, Mr. Ebner, I think this is your first claim of the night? Is it Mr. Ebner's first? Yeah, I think it's
maybe, yeah.
Or first claim of the mystery box. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter, man, because you're walking away with a mystery variant. That's right. Boom, 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 boom. But now we got to find out which one it is. And then we will get to Mr. Lamazov with 527. All right. Where's 527? Over here? Yeah, it's up here, right? Yeah, it's probably behind. I think it's behind everything.
Stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff up here. And sometimes people are like, see it after the fact.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Ebner, you were walking away with Andy Kubert's Damian, Son of Batman, number 3. That is the Dustin Nguyen variant. The guy who did Little Gotham, all that kind of stuff. So there you go, Mr. Ebner. You got yourself right off the bat, just like Gary, crushing a leadoff home run. So Mr. Ebner's got the deadly foes. So there he goes. And now we're going to go to Mr. Lamazov. And that is Detective 527. So bear with me real quick. 527. Is it 627? Okay, 627. Oh, woo. I was having a moment there. 627. Where are you? Oh, yes. The anniversary. There we go. Detective Comics celebrating the 600th appearance of Batman with a beautiful painted cover by Norm Brayfogle, who didn't paint that often.
Looks like the cover swipe with the first one.
Jason,
let me talk to myself, right?
it looks like a cover swipe of Detective Comics 27. Does anyone else agree with Mr. Kiernan?
Shut up, jerk.
All right, Mr. Lamazov, I'm sorry, but no mystery box variant for you for right now, but don't worry, because we obviously have more of those detectives up there, but we're now about to move on to $2 Marvels. All right, but let me just make sure I got Mr. Lamazov here. Dave coming in, grabbing some detective. All right. I just gotta keep up. I think I got everything so far. Detect 627. All right. There's Mr. Lamazov. Now we move on to $2 Marvels. Got a half hour until our next break. So let's crush it. So again, this is the way it works. All of these Marvels are $2. Okay. They all range in prices from around, I think, $4 to $7. They're all in either very fine-ish to high-grade condition. And there are 160 of them, and 50 of them have the little downward spiral symbol that acknowledges that you are the proud winner of a random Marvel variant, or independent variant, or whatever. I pulled out of the Greg hole, and I said, Mike won't be too mad at me if I give this away for free. So here we go. Let's get into it. All right. So where do we want to start, Jason? Where do you want to start? If I gave you the choice of Punisher, Gru, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Thor, or Quasar, or Fantastic Four?
I would say Ghost Rider because of Halloween.
All right, Ghost Rider. We're going to start with Ghost Rider. So here we go.
It's
now,
like a Halloween character, like in the season. You know,
I'm with you. Here, this is why we're a team. You know, great minds sometimes think alike.
You did the Ghost Rider Punisher before, so now.
All right. We're doing it. Jason called it. All right, so here we go. Now again, we're going to have a run of some stuff, and then some stuff is going to feel, let's call it, random. But it's okay. They're all $2, and if you claim one of these, you have a 1 in 4-ish chance of winning a 1 in 25 variant that I pick at random from the box at my feet. So here we go. Original Ghost Rider Rides Again, number 1. Midnight Suns Unlimited, number 1, with a beautiful Mark Texeira painted cover. Always dug that dude's art. And then we're into Ghost Rider Volume 2, number 9, with the second Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch. And issue number 10, Ookie Spooky, Satanic Panic. Oh, please don't let that happen again. Seems like it is. Ghost Rider number 11. Oh, I love this cover. Number 13. All right, Mr. Ebner, thank you. I'm going to run through this little batch here like we did with the detectives, and then we will get to the claims. Number 14. Oh, another great cover. Number 18. Now that's a cool Halloween cover. There you go. All right, next up, number 19. Satan. Number 20. 22. I think the screen's too bright. 23. I forgot. It happens. If it's really that bad, everyone let me know.
You can see, but
I'll take a moment to change it. I suddenly realized it. 24. Okay, let's just go. 25. 32. Doctor Strange shows up. Can't have Halloween without a wizard. 33. Now that's a Halloween costume. Mad Cat. 34. Of course, Ghost Rider fights ninjas. 35. Heart Attack.
That's not funny.
It's not funny. I know. 36. Little appearance with Daredevil. And last is 39. All right, so now let's get to the claims. So let me catch up with everybody. All right. So it looks like Mr. Ebner is destroying it. All right, here we go. Jerk. Gary knows what I want to say, but I don't want to overuse it. All right, so Mr. Ebner, let me just make sure I got this. So you're getting the Ghost Rider 1, the Midnight Sun, and then Ghost Rider 10, 13, 18, 20, 25, and 30. Yeah, Gary, you got it, buddy. Again, I don't want to overuse it, so I was hoping maybe. It's like I called it an airstrike. You know, Mr. Ebner went, yo, word man. What's my beer? All right, and then Jason is getting himself issue 39. All right, of GNR. All right, so let me just grab Mr. Ebner first. All right, and then we can wait for the great failure of Jason. All right.
That's what parents say about me.
No, stop. Your parents love you.
No.
You self-hating fool. You can't take my shtick. 5 and 33. Yeah, my shtick. All right, so now we're going to find out what Mr. Ebner's batting average is going to be. So I'm going to be quick about it because this is a bunch of them, so I'm not going to tease this. So, boom.
Nada.
Oh, that's one. Midnight Suns comes in hot and heavy for Mr. Ebner. All right, so we got 1. All right, next up. Oh, sorry. Still, we got that 1.
No whammy. Stop.
Oh, dang, he got a second 1. Mr. Ebner crushing it. All right, but not that one. It's all right, man. Still 2 out of, what are these, 7 books, 6 books?
A couple.
Oh, all right, but don't worry because 3. Boom. 3, 3, 3. Killed it, Mr. Ebner. All right, but now we've got to find out. So he's got 3 grabs at the variants that I have down here. So I'm just going to sort of, I'm going to kind of grab a little chunk here. Okay, I'm going to grab a chunk here. All right, so this is just a random chunk. And I'm going to mix it up. Now, this is a mixture. I think there's DC variants, Marvel variants. There might be some independent. I don't know. Again, I grabbed stuff that I was pretty sure no one would be mad at me for. All right, so the first one, Mr. Ebner is walking away with an Age of Apocalypse variant from a few years ago, issue number 2. And then.
Is that kind of like Age of Aquarius?
Sure, yeah, of course. Age of Apocalypse, Age of Aquarius. All right, there we go. All New Inhumans. That is the number 2 Care Andrews variant. I'm pretty sure, yeah, these are all 1 in 25s. So they all like retail around $15. And then, all right, there we go. Kingsman, the Red Diamond, the Frank Quietly with a weird embossed gold title right there. Yeah, it's pretty nice actually. Huh. Yeah, so there you go, Mr. Ebner. Those are your 3 mystery box variants, which is a very healthy claim bomb. I mean, you hit a lot of targets, that's for sure. You know, you're getting a nice pension at the end of this war. You know, the war of selling comic books. You're not Russian. Man, Jason, snarky.
I whispered it, so I hope.
Sweet snarkiness. All right, Jason, what's up next? Punisher, Gru, Iron Man, Boomer, Quasar, or Fantastic Four?
Claim 2.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I already forgot.
Don't worry. I probably gave
Is it issue 39? All right. Where's that? Okay.
I probably didn't get anything.
You are correct.
Yeah. God, what the hell, man? Punisher next.
Good times. Good times. Wait, which one was you? You were the. Oh yeah, that's. I got you. Boom. Punisher next. We got a lot of Punisher. So, do you want to do Punisher, War Journal, or Warzone?
Punisher.
All right. Here we go.
Old school.
Old school Punisher. So it's only a couple of these because a lot of those will end up being dollars. So we'll get to them.
Okay.
All right. So it's only these right here. So we got Punisher Annual number 4. Punisher number 9. Punisher Fights Ninjas. Punisher number 12. This is all during that period of Will Portacio. That's when he was drawing the book, taking over after Jim Lee. But Jim Lee did a lot of the war journals. Yeah. Oh, issue number 14. Shooting in a school. Man, this book came out over 30 years ago.
Moving on.
Thank God the Punisher can fight the Kingpin. At least there's somebody you can punch. Issue number 15. Issue number 25, drawn by Eric Larson. Issue number, oh, I love these. This is issue number 28, Acts of Vengeance, where Punisher fights Doom. It's Doom bots. But still, he fights Doom. It's cool. And then issue 29, everybody helps the Punisher fight Doom. Or something, I can't remember. And the last one is part of the Suicide Run storyline. Again, it's the 90s, so you get a nice holofoil cover with this beautiful laptop glare. And I can't not see.
We gotta lower it, please.
Yeah, I gotta really lower it. Sorry, I really gotta lower this. This is driving me crazy. All right, but we got a couple claims, so I'm going to grab those claims in 1 second. I just really need. I apologize for a little bit of shake.
Everyone's got.
Oh, thank God.
Puked.
Oh God, that's so much better. Though I can't read the chat as well, and I realized that was actually kind of helpful. All right, so let's get to the Punisher claims. All right, here we go. So first up, let's go in order. Jason's coming in with number 14.
You know what you gotta do? A black background on Safari. Turn it to night mode.
Oh, okay, smart. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that helped.
All right, so big pun. So everybody's grabbing a couple big puns. All right. So let's start with Jason. All right. So so Jason grabbed 1. So I'm grabbing a 14 for Jason. Gary's got 28 and 29, and Mr. Ebner has 25, and then the last one with the red foil cover. So let's get to first number 14. You're a ghoul. But it's okay, because your ghoulishness is paying off with a free. Man, capitalism's the best. You're going to get a free variant.
Are you done with this?
No!
Oh, damn it.
But you can trade your variant in for. Oh, I can't go there. Oh. All right. So Jason's getting a variant. So let's grab a little chunk here and find out what Jason is walking away with. All right. It's all random. Doing a little shuffle. And Jason is getting. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Terry Dodson's cover of Superman Unchained. There you go. A little Terry Dodson trying his best to recreate Christopher Reeves. Except he's too muscular. But it's okay. It's okay.
It's big for
There you go. Jason is walking away with a big swing. And he gets himself a sweet, sweet triple. All right, Jason. There you go. And then next up, we're going to do Gary's 2, and that is issue 28 and 20. Oh, good taste, Gary. Good taste. All right, so.
Why did you make fun of me? Not get? Oh, okay.
Let's find out. Oh, sorry, bud. But don't be upset too much because, yay! All right, so let's go to Gary, and let's find out what his. So I'm going to grab another chunk.
Hey, Gary, come on. If
All
I
right.
win a Superman comic, is really a win?
What's that?
If I win a Superman comic, is it really a win?
Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. I love Superman. Hey, Gary and I agree on some things, and Gary and I don't agree on a lot of other things. Boom, Gary, there you are. You're getting a Virgin variant Vampirella cover drawn by, is this also Terry Dodson? Yeah, Terry Dodson. 2 Terrys in a row. Yeah, it is. Maybe you should see if Gary will trade.
No.
You know, because Gary loves Superman so much.
I don't think he does.
So there you go, Gary. You're not only getting Punisher versus Dr. Doom, but you're getting a sexy Vampirella variant.
That's a great cover.
There you go. Yeah, I know. All right, good stuff. All right, and then last up is Mr. Ebner, which is 25 and the final one. All right, so 25 and 86. All right. So let's see if Mr. Ebner's going to walk away with another variant. Not with that one, though. But don't worry, Mr. Ebner. I wouldn't tease you. I would only do this to Jason because you won one. There you go. If it was your two, I totally would have made you think you won and then pull the rug out from under you.
I was like, what? No.
Yeah. All right. So let's grab another random chunk of these little variants we got here. And then let us figure out what variants Mr. Ebner is walking away with tonight. All right. Here we go. Shuffle. And it is this one. What is it? Oh, it's Forever Evil. It's Firestorm. And he's got a mouthful of people.
His heads.
Yeah, it's by an artist that I used to know his name. There you go, Mr. Abner. Boom! He's getting a sweet Forever Evil #3 variant. All right.
I think he's upset about that.
Why?
Elvira.
Is it what? Oh, the Vampirella?
Oh, Vampire. I said Elvira. Sorry.
You did sell Elvira.
Sorry.
You make no sense.
I know.
Jason,
Often I do.
Jason, you make no sense. Jason. Oh, Jason. Okay, Jason. Do we do more Punisher, but this is either Warzone or War Journal, or do we move on to Gru, Iron Man, Thor, Quasar, or the Fantastic Four?
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Jason going for another light one. Obviously, we had some fun with some $2 Fantastic Fours before, and now we have a few more. All right. So again, these are all $2. I'm actually shocked at the value of this era of Fantastic Four. These were books that you could have easily gotten in quarter books and dollars and stuff, and they're now up to somewhere between $5 and $7. Anyway, here we go. Fantastic Four, $361, $367, $370. That's a fun cover. And a little Infinity War crossover. $385, $386, $388, and the last two are $389 and $390. Yes, that is an homage cover to Fantastic Four number 48 or 49. One of those. All right, so, okay, we got some claims. Mr. Abner, just crushing it over here. So we got 361, 367, 370.
Yeah, Abner, pretty much got them all.
385, 386, 380. Wow, Mr. Abner, crushing it, dude.
Clay bomb?
It feels it. It's like boom, 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 boom. 389, 390. All right, now we get to the fun part. All right, so let me make sure I got all these. So we got, oh yeah, here.
That's all.
390.
Just so you know, he said that's all.
Okay. 389, 388, 386. 385. Are all of these? I think it's all of them. 370, 360s. Yeah, it's all of them. Okay.
Just you know. And the ones you know, that's all.
That's all. You're right. Good times. All right, now, because Mr. Ever's got a bunch, so let's not tease this out. You ready to do the count, Jason? All right, first one up. Boom, winner. Woo. All right, next one. Not today. All right. That's another slider outside. Oh, vicious change-up. Sorry, bud. Don't worry. Boom.
He's
double.
He's got a double.
He got a double. He got himself a double. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It doesn't matter. All right, but nope. In the dirt, and you swung at it. Sorry, bud. It happens to the best of us. But don't worry. This ain't no foul tip. Yeah!
Can you get an RBI? No
Almost.
RBI.
Almost.
3 and 3 out.
No, still, he crushed it. He's embarrassing you. All right, next up, let us find out what 3 variants Mr. Ebner is walking away with tonight. Just killing it. So the first one is another Forever Evil cover. All right, issue number 3.
For Evil?
Yeah, for Evil. Yeah, for 3 Evil. Boom! What is it? I can't say it.
Same thing.
Oh, well, it's not the
So
same
it's
book.
same,
It's
so
just the
yeah,
same
you know.
series. All right, you know, come on now. Come on now. All right, and now, boom! What is it? It's a Rob Liefeld book. And it's got a 1 in 25 Sir Robert Jonathan Liefeld.
He's such a good guy.
He's the best. We never disparage that beautiful man here. Mr. Ebner, there you go, buddy. Just leaving everybody in the dark, man. Just destroying the land we call Fat Jacks. All right, now, next up. What is the next title we're going to do? Let's do another one that's not too big. So here are your choices, Jason. Gru, Iron Man, Thor, and Quasar.
Iron Man.
Iron Man, okay.
Because everyone wants to be a drunk alcoholic.
This is a small one.
Super
But
guy.
this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 newsstands.
What?
No! Oh, I'm getting like a newsstand light headache kind of thing. Like I'm
Life
having,
hates us right
like
now.
I'm having. I feel like I haven't eaten in a while. Oh, the sweet newsstand. Oh man, you just make life so worth living. All right, so here we go, folks. We have
Jerks.
Iron Man 250, 251, Acts of Vengeance. So not only does Iron Man and Dr. Doom fight Merlin, but now Iron Man fights the Wrecker, and we're now officially into the newsstand zone. 352. Chemistro shows up. That was the dude who used to really screw with Power Man and Iron Fist. Issue 253. John Byrne cover, but Gene Colan does the art for this issue. Pretty cool. And the last one, Ho Ho, Deadly Ho Ho, I'll Shoot You Dead. I'm Santa Claus. Christmas is actually really depressing.
Why are there so
Issue
many Christmas
254. I don't know, man.
Wait, somebody in the chat.
What does it say? Ho Ho Homicide. That's what it
Who
says.
is in the chat that always buys Christmas songs?
Gary. But no, but I think he's buying it for his friend. Yeah, because Gary's a good friend who like buys things for people. Sweet newsstand. There he goes. Yeah. Oh, Marshall's. You are all right. We're gonna do this claim of 250, and Marshall brought up a good point because I am ignoring his namesake. I'll get to it, Robot Marshall. All right, I will get to it. I first have to take care of a real customer, Mr. Evan. All right, you can wait there, and I will try to sell your pick of the week. All right, so Mr. Ebner is grabbing 250 and 254. All right, so we get that really cool Acts of Vengeance, famous cover, and a fun little Christmas book. So first up, is Mr. Ebner going to walk away with even more variants? Not with that one.
Not yet.
Oh.
Still not yet.
What are you talking about?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
not yet.
You're right. Why did I think there was one? Yeah. Man, I psyched myself out. There we go.
You thought you sold it other than me.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Gary already bought that. Yeah, he buys it for Dave Proch, Proch. Check him out on Instagram. He is a brilliant artist. We've talked about him before on the show. Gary shows up. He's got a bunch of original pieces by Dave. Honestly, look him up on Instagram at Dave Proch. Can't recommend him enough.
I did not know that.
Yeah, awesome. Marlins beat Brewers. All right, we're down to one. They're going to ass backwards fall into the playoffs and get swept, but hey, you never know.
Fail to success, I guess.
Speaking of failure, disguised as success. It is time for the Robot Marshall pick of the week. The book
you
that
like a parent would to tell us.
Yeah.
You're gonna talk about the birds and the bees.
So for anyone who hasn't been paying attention, 90s nostalgia is back in full force.
Back when I was a kid.
And 1992 was a big year for the comic book industry. A big year that would inevitably be for whom the bell tolls for the comic book industry, because 92 would pretty much usher in a complete and utter collapse, primarily because of a lot of, let's call it, the cotton candy theory of what the comic industry thought the fan base was and how robust it was and how many people were actually out there buying comics. Because when you sell 8 million copies of a comic, it's understandable to think that there are 8 million individual people buying that comic, except when you remind yourself that you published 5 different covers, 4 different covers, multiple variants, and whatever. Pretty much what will inevitably become the industry standard. So that 8 million copies actually was probably closer to 2 to 2.5 individual people, 2.5 million, obviously, and so forth. The industry overextended, bought into the gimmick hype, and ran this beautiful art form almost into the literal ground. But 30 years is an anniversary year, and it is 2022. And a little company that could really kind of blossomed in 1992. And a certain creator decided his imagination was so fertile, so rife with ideas, that one book couldn't hold him back, that he needed a studio. And he needed that studio for everyone to draw like him. This is called Produce Comics, in an aesthetic similar to his. And so forth came one team book after another team book, after another team book, after another team book. And I'm pretty sure they were all the same team book. And one of those books created, but not written and drawn by him, but I'm pretty sure he was the creative mind behind a little book that could. A book that just took the industry by storm, that really woke up this 12-year-old to what it's like to just buy comics without really thinking about what you're buying. And that book was Brigade, from Extreme Studios / Image Comics, by the brainchild of Sir Robert Montgomery Liefeld. And he gave us Brigade. Don't be confused with Team Youngblood and New Men and Bloodstrike and where's some of the others? No, this is Brigade, with a main character who is not Cable, because even though he looks like Cable, he wears a onesie, he doesn't have as many pouches, and he has both arms. But hey, Brigade. Well, recently this week, the 30th anniversary, established in 1992, they re-released Brigade #1. But the thing I will give Robot Marshall a little credit for, I mocked you at first when I thought it was a facsimile edition book with a new Robert Liefeld cover.
I mean, it looks good.
Oh, stop it. Okay, no, it's good. It's good. No.
I mean,
This is why this is like the old Crossfire on CNN. You're the Tucker Carlson of.
It doesn't look.
You like Russia?
No. It doesn't look. It looks.
Well, do you know this? Do you know the hook? This isn't a facsimile edition. I know.
Yeah.
All right. So the hook is that all of these different artists who grew up reading this stuff and remember it fondly because they were a bunch of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds and they weren't getting laid and their hormones were making them feel really weird about things.
And I want to look like that guy.
And so they got very attracted to interesting stuff. So those artists grew up and became very successful artists in their own right and everything. And so what they did was each artist took an actual page from the original Brigade #1 and drew their version of that book. Like right up first on page 1 is Victor Bogdanovich. And yes, Brigade opened with a half-naked man running and sweating. It did. It was really hot. And then this other artist, he got the opportunity to do that really cool double-page spread where a bunch of stuff happens, and then they shove a bunch of exposition into little panels over to the side, so you could sell that double-page spread for a lot of money. Because image artists realized really quickly, put as many characters as you can onto a page, and you could sell it.
And there's a lot of exposition.
Yes. You even get a note from Rob Liefeld. As I sit here at my computer, looking over the files and assembling the comic you are holding in your hands, a small stack of comic books sits to my left. And we will never know what that small stack consists of. But one artist that I did recognize that I really liked, Tom Scioli. Oh, look, Ed Piskor. There you go. Ed Piskor of Hip Hop Family Tree and Red Room and
comic books is he talking
X-Men
about?
Grand Design. You mean all the books that they actually put out over a 10-year period because they're so late?
Put that. Who are you talking to?
Tom
you already bought the book. What is he talking about?
Tom Scioli shows up. And if you're not totally sold on getting your own reproduction or reproduction, redrawn Brigade #1, you will also get, because this Extreme Comics were very prone to this at the time, you'll get a flip book backup feature of the brand new Rob Liefeld creation, Airborne, spelled H-E-I-R, Airborne. All right, and this book can be yours tonight for only $3.99. That's right, only cover price. I did it, Robot Marshall. I did it. You can't be mad at me anymore. Sold your book. Well, I mean, I attempted to sell it. I don't know if anyone actually really wants it. But hey, we're all friends here. All right, hold up. Let me just catch up real quick. Okay, Mr. Ebner, you're grabbing the rest of the Iron Mans. So how about this? Doesn't look like any other claims happened. So let's do our break. Wait, can I get that message of Rob book if you have more? Do you want every copy of Brigade we have? No? You just want one? Okay, yeah, no problem. Mr. Kiernan, I will grab you your Brigade #1. Don't worry. And with that, we will come back after our final break. We'll do our final segment. And we'll do some more $2. Well, first we will find out if Mr. Ebner wins more mystery box variants when we show off his Iron Mans, and then we will get to another run of some $2 comic. So see you in a minute.
Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner. Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code. Who would win, Batman or Superman? It's the age-old debate, except it's so much more complicated than that. Nerd Killer Warfare every week on The Experience is your chance to debate other nerds in the questions we've all been asking for years, except we take those debates and turn them up to 11. Go to bit.ly/EXP casting or scan the QR code to be part of the show. Are you a comic creator? Are you a publisher? Do you make a comic book product? Do you own a retail store? Do you do something I haven't thought of? Who are you and what do you do? Let us know by advertising on The Experience and invite our viewers to patronize your product. Message the EXP on social media or email us _EXP@yahoo.com for more details.
This is Ted Sikora, creator of Bloom, and you are watching The Experience.
Okay. I hate to do this, but I have to validate Robot Marshall. He was right. I not only sold one, I sold two. It's obvious I don't have much taste, and I don't really have a finger on the pulse of the audience looking to buy comics. So, Robot Marshall, you bested me, my friend. You were right. There were people out there other than you and your namesake, Marshall, who wanted copies of Brigade Number 1. But let us not get too sad at my insecurity over. I can't follow through with this. I don't know where I was going. Let's just get right back to selling comic books. So Mr. Ebner, right near the end, he came in and grabbed these last 3 Iron Mans. So let's find out if he's going to get himself a sweet, sweet free variant. Not that time. Is it this one? But don't worry, Mr. Ebner. Unlike last time, that is definitely the downward spiral of a giveaway. All right. But now we got to find out what Mr. Ebner got. All right. Let's see. Let's grab our little variant box here. Let's do a couple shuffles. And let us grab this one right here. Ooh, Doctor Strange, Mark Texera. Oh, this is a Halloween-y one. Yay, look. Dude, actually, that's a really cool one you grabbed. That's Doctor Strange, number 3, 1 in 25 variant. There you go, buddy. Mr. Ebner, that is yours for being just taking swings left and right. Just swing, just crushing. All right. Now let us do a few more. Oh, man, we're running out of time. So let's get into some of the last of our $2 marbles. So let's next jump up to, okay, 4 is really long. Jason, what do you want to do?
Gru can't be that big.
Punisher, no, Gru isn't. You want to do Gru?
Yeah.
We'll do Gru. All right, let's do some Grus. Okay. The last of the Grus from the recent Gru run we got. Everyone knows, if you watched this before, I love Gru, so I'm not going to get into it. Issue 72. 76. 78. Issue 79. Issue 80. One of the very first of the actual, like, Gru having like a four-parter, like a long-form storyline. That was not common at the time. Issue 82. But now that is very common in recent Gru Mini-Series. Issue 85. 86. 87. Gru the King. 88. 89. 90. And the last three, 91, 92, and is that 93? 93. There you go. That is all of our Grus. Let's check in real quick, see if anyone is interested in any of those. And it looks like they are not. All right, cool. We're all having so much fun. Yo, if you haven't done your musical suggestion yet, oh yeah, that reminds me, Jason. Write down your musical suggestion.
I put it in there.
Yeah, but I forgot it already. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get it after the show. Okay, all right, cool. Now let's move on from the Grus and let's do some Thors. Yeah, all right, we got a pretty good run of Thor here.
Who the hell is Thor?
So this might actually take us up to the end of the show. So if you're not interested in Thors, hang around for the amount of newsstands that they are, and let's see if maybe I say something inappropriate or controversial.
Oh, yeah, claims.
What's that? Oh, I got claims?
Grus and Fred.
Oh, wait, hold on. Someone's claiming the Grus? All right. So Mr. Ebner, you were grabbing all the 90s Gru. Okay. And when you say 90s, you're obviously talking about the issue numbers. So that is issue 90, 91, 92, and 93. And then we get into, is there a mystery box in this 4? Now, again, odds are in his favor because most of this is like I said, like 1 out of almost every 4 books is a variant, but it's not like in a row. Like again, it was a random rolling of dice. There were a couple times one right after the other got the symbol, and then there were times where it was like 8 books before the next one. So you never know. So here we go, Jason. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which one should we show first? 3. Jason is lucky for other people.
Yep.
There you go, Mr. Ebner.
Story of my life.
There you go. You're going to get yourself another free variant. But before that, let us not bury the lead. Sorry, Mr. Ebner, but the odds were in your favor. It was 1 out of 4. But again, you're getting some awesome Gru comics for $2 each, and you're getting another mystery variant.
Oh, what could it be?
What could it be? All right, we're going to find out. Let me just first get a handle on my long box, which isn't full anymore, so things are sliding. All right, here we go. So let's grab this chunk here. All right, so let's do some shuffling. Shuffle. We want this to be as random as possible. And with that said, Mr. Ebner, you're walking away with this. What is it? It's an all-new, oh my God, drawn by Sir Robert Jericho Liefeld. There you go. All-new X-Men number 3. A little throwback to X-Force and Deadpool. Shatterstar.
Cable on that?
Yeah, but no Ferrell. No, Domino's the only lady. Nah, no Ferrell. I guess they didn't like the cat females. All right, Mr. Ebner, man. Did Mr. Ebner also get the other Liefeld variant? I think he did. The Infinite? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. That's awesome. Man, look at that. I definitely made it. I grab most of these variants at random. Like I created a box where I'm like, I feel comfortable if I give these away. It's not a big deal. But then from that, I had to pick them random. The only ones I did not pick random were the 2 Liefelds. I was like, I really hope somebody
throw these in there.
Somebody gets it just so we could take a little ribs. Take a little rib. Friend of the show, by the way. I just want everyone to know that. Actually, we're actually really good friends with Rob behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to be on this podcast next time.
All right, sure.
Yeah. Jason,
how much did that cost you to get on that podcast?
I'm not telling you that, okay? All right? Some of us have to have some secrets in this world. All right? Now, we're going to do... Man, I have like no room. All right, can I just
shuffle?
Just kind of move. Well, I got to be careful. I can't show the backs. I feel bad for Al with this, like, these kind of runs that we go through.
Al looks
because he comes in and it's just like 100 comics. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. He's like, where am I supposed to put these? We don't even have the room for them in the bins. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy, detective. Sorry, Batman.
Tell Al I said I'm sorry, but tell with Al.
Hey. The ghost of Al is right over there.
Al, if you're on or listening,
no.
You're not.
The ghost of Al.
You.
No, the ghost of Al.
Screw you, bud.
He squeals on you. All right, so again, all these Thors are in that like very fine-ish range, and they're all about like $4 to $6. So again, they're all $2, and again, there might be some mystery box variants hiding behind one of these sweeties. All right, so starting out in the Walt Simonson era of Thor, we had 342. Oh, and again, there's a lot of newsstands in this run. 345, so I'm going to stop pointing out the newsstand. I imagine we've educated everybody about what to look for. 346, 347, 348. Now, this is still when Simonson was not only writing it, but drawing it. 350. 351, 352, 356. Good Lord, the amount of newsstands. It's crazy. This dude must have just bought like Thor comics from like Rite Aid. 357, 377, and then we take a big jump and we get up to 393. And 397. Again, still newsstand, but at this point, it's getting really rare. Like these were rare, but like it's still, because this would have been like 83, so it wasn't there yet. But this is, I think, 89. Is it 89? No, 90. 90, yeah. 398 and 399. Daddy's home.
Lives.
All right, let's check in real quick, see if anyone is interested. Oh, we got some claims. All right, so Mr. Kiernan's grabbing a 347. Mr. Towers, 350, 351, and 356. All right, so let's grab this. Let's start with Mr. Kiernan, 347. All right, I'm not going to tease this too much because I want to try to get through all these. There's 347, and he's a loser.
God damn it.
And Duke, you got 350, 51, 56, and then 9. All right, we'll get to the. All right, so 350, 51. Was 352 the other one? Or was it 356? It was 351. Oh, yeah, 356.
56,
not
397, 399.
Yeah, all right, cool. There's that one. 398 and 399. Now we're going to find out for the first time.
397.
Oh, not 398?
Yeah.
So not 98, 97.
97.
Got it. Thank you. Real quick. All right, Duke. All right, you're getting awesome Thor comic books for only $2. So do not be upset when I tell you not a single one is a winner.
Hey, you're like me.
Welcome to the Jason Club. It sure ain't the Diamond Club, that's for sure. All right, there you go. But again,
Duke,
these are $2 comics. That's all.
Duke,
Yo, what's up, Skyrim? Ashley. What's that?
I would say Duke's in Q Company, but he knows he's not.
Very fun. Okay, let's do some more Thors. All right, next up is another little run of Thor. Let me grab a little chunk here. Here we go. All right, again, way too many newsstands. 402, Attack of the Newsstands. 403. 405. Oh, maybe we're at a point where he finally started to go into a comic book store. 406. 407. Nope, I take that back. Because here we are, 1991. No, this is 89. So I was wrong about 90. It was definitely 89. I just read it wrong. Boom. That is issue 413. A little Doctor Strange appearance. Go. 414. Back in the sweet, sweet, loving arms of newsstands. 415. Keeping it up. Keeping it up. 416. 417. Always fun when the Wrecking Crew shows up in a Thor comic. 418. And now we get into the Black Galaxy saga. 419. 420. 421. 422. 423. And the 2001 of comic books, Thor 424, a celestial says, "Let there be light." Yeah. All right. Do we have any claims? Anyone coming in hot? I'm seeing. Oh, we got a good one run here. Jason, Dave's in there, Duke, Mr. Edwards back in the hunt. Oh man. Okay. I gotta keep up with this.
You gotta write those down.
Yeah. Shoot. Okay. These are right down. All right. So Ebner, we've got 398, 403,
419.
419. Oh no, 418. No. Who claimed that first? Oh, Duke claimed 418. So 419.
Oh, I think you called all Ebners.
No, all Ebners. Yeah. No, I misread because I saw Ebners before I saw Duke's. Oh. So 419, 422, 424. All right, so that's all them. All right, let me check up here. Mr. Lomzov, you grabbed 413. Got you, bud. 413. All right, and then Duke's coming in with what do we got for Duke here? Sure. Were you the first claim, Jason?
I claim so.
Oh no. I got the 390. Yeah, 390. Okay, so then Duke is 403, 407. Sorry, it's the only sucky part.
414.
414.
418.
Yeah, just read them out to me. 418. Any more for Duke?
Nope.
Okay, and then I got Dave's, I got Ebner's, and what was yours?
406.
406.
417 and 424.
417 and 424? Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so let's go. First, because he only grabbed one, so let's show off Dave's first. See if Mr. Lamazov's getting himself his first mystery box variant. So that was issue 413. Where's it hidden now? So, there we go. Oh, yes. That's a good one, Dave. And not only is it a great book that you're getting for $2, but you also won yourself a mystery variant. Yep, that's right. All right, so let's see what variant my buddy Mr. Lamazov is walking away with. All right, so let's shuffle up a little random pile here. And Mr. Lamazov is getting himself, bam, what is this? Empress #1, the Frank Miller, Stuart Immonen sci-fi series. Yeah, there you go, bud. Boom, got yourself a free Empress variant. All right, so that. And then next up, got Dave. Let's just, should I do you last, Jason? Yeah, let's do you last. Let's do Duke next. And then we'll get to Mr. Ebner. All right, so Duke is 403, 407, 414, and 418. Okay. Ooh, good one, man. Good one. Whoa, Duke. Duke. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. Duke coming in scorching hot. Oh, man. We're like in the bottom of the 7th. We had runners in scoring position, not doing anything, and Duke just comes up and just starts lacing doubles. Oh, man, they're like in the... So now we got to find out what 3 variants Duke is walking out of here with. All right.
What the hell is going on out there?
Who cares? It's the city. Somebody is probably getting Shake Shack and not moving fast enough or whatever. All right, so Duke's first variant is all new Inhumans number 3. A character I don't know fighting Spider-Man. And next up, 2 out of 3 is going boom. What is it? Ooh, a sketch variant for the Authority number 1 by Grant Morrison and Gene Ha. Don't worry, Gary. I said his name once, and I'll just leave it at that. All right, and then Duke's third and final variant for this little run is this one. What is it? Oh, it's another Forever Evil, number 2. There you go, Duke. Got yourself some big variants and some cool 4 comic books. All right, so let me just, and then we'll get to Mr. Ebner, and then Jason. Wow, thanks. I don't know, Jason. All right. So,
the best adult dating site.
Where?
It's.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, sweet. I always miss Chat 69 when she doesn't show up. Hey, man, she had an entire mixtape dedicated to her. Created and dedicated to her.
Kyle!
Roland really enjoyed. All right, so Mr. Ebner is getting $3.98.
Gary said he's waiting for it.
$3.98. $4.03. Oh, wait, no, Mr. Ebner. Wait, did I get
Duke had.
He got it first, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why I see. I don't.
Okay, let me just. Sorry, guys. I just sometimes.
Was this different for you?
Oh no, that was the one. Yeah, you're right. Duke got it first. Yeah. Okay. So I wrote it down and then forgot to unwrite it. Sorry, Mr. Ebner. Didn't mean to tease you there. $4.19.
Unlike.
Chat 69.
He doesn't.
$4.22 and $4.24. Now again, if there's any books that you know for a fact you claimed and I didn't say it or show it, please just let me know in the chat. All right, so Mr. Ebner, you have been crushing it on the variants. But unlike Duke, it's okay. You ain't no Jason. Because there might be 3 duds. You got another variant. There you go, buddy. Mr. Ebner is cleaning house. All right, so now we got to find out what variant Mr. Ebner is getting here. All right, so let's grab a couple. Little secret. Let's do a little quick shuffle, and it's this one. What is it? Fearless. Oh, it's a cool storm. Is that another Terry Dodson? No, it's Ryan Stegman. Ryan Stegman did the art for that one. So there you go, Mr. Ebner. You got yourself. I think Mr. Ebner might be cleaning, like, just, yeah. Oh my God, with this time.
It's a clean bomb.
Oh man, it's just. Mr. Ebner is the napalm of tonight's show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like so much collateral damage. You know, it's just destroying
That's what
things.
all about. They're trying
All
to
right.
get to their families.
Bam. Next up is the one.
69 XYZ.
The one and only Mr. Kiernan, who grabbed himself 406. 417 and 424. Did I give it to him accidentally?
No, you can give Dad.
You sure? You grabbed it first. Did you read it to me? Did I just miss it? I'm sorry. Sorry.
You just hate me. It's okay. I get it.
No. I apologize. I don't like. Oh,
Give
all
it
right.
Dad.
All right. I'm so sorry. And what I'm really sorry about is you don't win shit.
Now I want it back.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It happens.
You jerk.
Oh my God, and we're out of time. We didn't even make it through it all. Woo! I am hot. All right, everybody. everybody. So we'll get to, we got $2 marbles. We'll do some more later. We got the Justice Leagues we never got to. So we're gonna call it a night for now. Thank you everyone for hanging out with us. We'll be back next week. We got Zanin not in the chat.
Zanin in the building.
Live. Lord Zanin is coming in
here
to rock your worlds and to help me deal with my sweet abandonment of Jason himself leaving us for the next couple weeks. So I'm gonna find out real quickly who I am without you.
Bye. Good luck.
Bastard.
3 weeks. 2 weeks. Maybe 3.
It's only 2 shows?
It's 2 shows? 2 shows, and then maybe Baltimore, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe 3 shows.
Yeah, let's see.
Punk. Anyway, everybody, it's been an absolute blast. Thank you so much for all of your time and energy. I hope to see you here next week. And if anything else, I want to leave you with this word of advice, or no, this secret to life. We sell comics.
I thought it was going to be Don't Be a Jerk.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.